Okay, so I am here at the 8th annual VidCon. Here's just a bunch of stuff that's happened in the last 3 days.
And then I was like, wait a minute, I could do this myself.
I mean, look at this amazing crowd here. Look at all the people at VidCon.
Imagining the two of us.
So comfortable.
The expectations of people going into working in this area 5 or 6 years ago are now completely unrecognizable.
So I'm really kind of trying to take my translation into Academlish and turn it back around and try to make more sense for you guys, but you know all this stuff, you know it better than I do, and you're probably going to say, that's not right.
Since the community! You guys remember that?
That's our first secret show ever. Woo! Oh my
God! Chris, I love you!
Oh my God.
I can make my own underwear.
This is on for Ken.
My camera, double rainbow, all the way across the sky. Yeah, yeah. So intense.
You know, my previous job as a pheasant plucker.
I think I got a microphone. He's happy.
If you are genuine, you can use that tool to do just about anything.
This is a place that we don't, we work and live in a place that we don't own and don't control. That's not super fun. If a change happens and it's not like, oh, you have a new room and it's full of money, that we'll be okay with. But in general, it has to be a super positive change for us to be all right with it.
I've been to every single VidCon there's been. I've been at the very first one where we were this rinky-dink ragtag group of people in the bottom of some random hotel in downtown Los Angeles, all the way to this huge monstrosity that you see here behind me, fighting for audio space from the dozens and dozens of announcers that are going on behind me. I'm taking something that Michael Buckley once tweeted out, which is that VidCon is what you make of it. So VidCon is what you make of it. And I couldn't agree more. If you are coming here for just one particular set of expectations, those can be dashed really, really easily. And so for me, having been here and understanding the how-tos, I really wanted to focus in on that networking aspect, finding different people, talking about myself, and really starting to try and grow people's awareness of what I try and do on a daily basis. What is it that I do? I don't even think I know the answer to that question. And so, as big as VidCon gets, and potentially forgetting where it started from, I do think that this is a pretty solid con overall. Yes, there's more people here. Yes, it's hard to get around, but the speakers and the panels that I attended, I learned so much and got amazing contacts, like people at Patreon and other places around this digital space. Starting to understand where the future of online video is going to go to, and really starting to feel this huge community that's around this. As big as this is behind us, we're still in the infancy of online video, and that's kind of a crazy thought to think of 10 years on, 12 years on, but it's kind of the reality. VidCon always has a very special place in my heart. This year is no exception. As much as friends that I've made here start to slip away and drift off and don't come to every single one like I do, it's good to know that there's always a place here every June or July to actually celebrate my nerddom of online video, and this year is no different. Let's finish off with huge echo in here. That's probably going to be annoying, but whatever. We're going to talk a little bit about House of Cards. I finished that off just before coming down here to VidCon, and I just wanted to address one small thing, which is I see a lot of reviewers and people I respect, specifically who live here in the United States, about how much they can't enjoy this show as much because of the political realities that are inside of the United States with Donald Trump. Sorry, someone just came out of the door where I didn't think there was a door because I'm not very observant. But what I wanted to address with that particular point is that I don't really have the same, visceral reaction. Yes, obviously there's political realities that cloud the the House of Cards program, in that some of the stuff that they're doing on that show doesn't seem as ridiculous anymore because of the things that are happening in the United States right now, blocking Congress or issuing out travel bans. Stuff that happens in the show is stuff that happened in real life, so it's not something that we're going to see. This is completely fictionalized account of somebody trying to take over the presidency. What I really appreciate about the show is this musings on power and how power really does corrupt absolutely. Frank Underwood is hell-bent on just maintaining power and not really caring who he has to kill, who he has to step on to achieve that mission. And I find all of those political machinations fascinating, and you see this rise in this 5th season of Claire Underwood to such a degree where you're like, oh, she's just as manipulative as he is, and maybe even more so. So I just wanted to touch base again and finish off my review on that now that I've seen the entire season. I liked it a lot. I think it's gotten better and better over the years, where it's not just this dour political drama, but instead is this kind of fascinating look into the psyche of a character who is probably both a psychopath and a sociopath, or my family. All right, we'll see you next week.